Well, now to a developing story coming out of Gqeberha, where residents are being evacuated, I understand, as strong winds are fanning a large fire. It's heading towards Seaview. The blaze also destroying properties. NGO, Gift of the Givers, is assisting firefighters. Let's now bring in Nelson Mandela Bay Mayor Retief Ondedaal for the latest. Mayor, good morning to you. A devastating morning for your city. What's the latest you have? What can you tell me?
Good morning. Well, at this stage, we're quite relieved in that most fires seem to be under control. However, we're very concerned that fires might be flaring up during the course of this morning because the wind has changed direction and is actually getting a little bit stronger. Last night, we had some tense moments as a blaze that we thought was put out in Beachview proceeded to go towards the new rest informal settlement in Seaview. And we had to evacuate the infirm and the elderly to be able to ensure that we could be responsive should worse comes to worse. Luckily, we managed to bring it under control, but the situation is quite tense at the moment. I want to say that Gift of the Givers has this morning dispatched 2 helicopters to come and assist in Nelson Mandela Bay. There's been 12 fires that we've been battling over the last 72 hours, and of those 12, at least 3 is still posing a considerable danger to private property as well as our lives.
What's the call at the moment regarding residents? I am reporting there is some residents being asked to evacuate. What's the call for residents this morning?
We haven't evacuated anybody since 1 o'clock last night. We're monitoring the situation. As I've said, we're watching the weather conditions quite closely because depending on what the wind does, it might flare up the fires and then absolutely start posing a considerable threat to nearby communities again. So at the moment, we're monitoring the situation. As I've said, those 2 helicopters are in the air. We're expecting it here by 9 o'clock. We've put plans in place to ensure that if worse comes to worse, we would be able to evacuate people. So quite tense moments, and we hope that the thoughts and prayers of the entire South Africa is currently with us.
I'm sure many people are sending those thoughts and prayers, Mayor. I'm going to talk about Gift of the Givers in a moment. Before I get there, are you able to give us the areas that are of major concern right now? Someone watching in the region, what areas are of major concern to you?
Major concern currently remains Seaview community, more than new rest informal settlement, then Bay West as well as Forest Hill. Those are the 3 areas that we are monitoring at this point in time and is of most critical importance.
I'm not suggesting for a moment you bring in your meteorology degree by any means, Mayor, but what's the forecast for today? Are there concerns that the winds are not going to die down? In fact, they could pick up. What are you hearing weather-wise? Unfortunately, it looks like it's about to escalate and to pick up, and that's why we have taken up the offer of Gift of the Givers to put those helicopters in the air, because obviously it comes at a considerable price. And again, I just want to say thank you very much to Gift of the Givers for their amazing support. They've been on the ground with our firefighters. Understandably, our firefighters are very tired. They've been battling these fires for over 72 hours. But the amazing support of the public and organizations such as Gift of the Givers have just kept them going. It certainly has, and sending all our thoughts and prayers to the firefighters and everyone on the ground, also communities, hopefully, that are not going to be affected. I'm sure we'll touch base with Gift of the Givers later in the day in the area. They're obviously very busy at the moment, but Mayor, thank you. I appreciate your time. All the best to you and your city. Nelson Mandela Bay Mayor Retief Ondedaal, just on the fires down in Gqeberha at the moment. Tumza, the strong winds, a big area known as Seaview, one of the big areas of concern right now, but we are going to stay on top of that and check in with authorities, the mayor, Gift of the Givers, whoever else we can throughout the morning.